As of late, many of us have witnessed a visible rise in overt racism across social media and increasingly in everyday life.
In the United States of America, you don't have to apologize for being white anymore.
Right now is America in the next 20 years will become, for the first time in its history, a minority white country.
Well, that will be a very, very bad thing to happen. You want to see the US go down? Why?
Damn, this looks like Africa, not Poland. That's crazy. Looks like Africa. Is this Poland? That's insane.
What you gonna do if your mammy get on this?
Don't walk up on me. Hey, I think you got room now. I need to get a monster. What are you talking about? Do you own this place?
I do. It's over with.
Hey, don't walk up on me like that. Don't walk up on me. Y'all ain't gonna do nothing but chimp out. Trying to say I can't come in the store. Look at these dumbass chimping out. What y'all gonna do if I walk in?
Calls for re-immigration, replacement theory, and the casual use of racial slurs have become more frequent, louder, and less disguised. Across much of the Western world, this surge appears to be primarily driven by segments of white populations who feel threatened by demographic, cultural, and political change. At first glance, this resurgence might look like a revival to some of them, an indication that racist ideologies are back and regaining ground. Some of the people expressing these views might interpret the attention they're receiving as evidence that they are winning. However, a closer examination, funny enough, suggests the opposite. What we may be witnessing is not a rise of racial supremacy, but its death throes. For those of you who may not know what death throes are, the term death throes refers literally to the violent or uncontrolled actions of a living being in its final moments. Figuratively, it describes the last, often chaotic phase of an idea, system, or ideology before it collapses. Historically, dying ideologies rarely fade quietly. Instead, they lash out, grow louder, and become more extreme as they lose legitimacy and power. Case in point, the recent rise of racism. This is why I am certain that the racist ideologies are following the same pattern. We're seeing its finally moments. Overt white supremacy once held institutional power in the West through law, policy, and social norms. However, as we matured as a species, that power has eroded over time due to civil rights movements, demographic shifts, globalization, and increased access to information. We are more connected than ever before, so it's harder to sell people on the differences when they can see the commonality amongst ourselves. As structural dominance weakens, those who benefited most from it often respond with panic. And panicking they are. This would help explain the current behavior of all these white people who are aggressively pushing racism right now. On social media, we see racist individuals crashing out, posting obsessively, amplifying conspiracy theories, and engaging in constant low IQ outrage. These are not signs of confidence, they are signs of desperation. The frequency and intensity of racist posts have increased precisely because it is no longer culturally dominant. And that fear is driving them insane. Literally, I'm not joking, it's like watching someone go crazy in real time. And if you think it's just amongst the ordinary men, then you've been living under a rock. Politicians have been echoing the same sentiments, and they're getting bolder, which backs what I've been saying. In the United States, for example, internal fractures within MAGA-aligned politics, infighting, purity tests, and escalating rhetoric reflect an ideology struggling to reconcile nostalgia with reality. The inability to agree on strategy or leadership mirrors historical collapses of reactionary movements that could not stop social change, only rage against it. It's why so many people are gravitating towards Nick Fuentes. It's not because he's right. No, it's because he's the embodiment of what they feel inside, chaotic fear in the face of inevitable certainty. Slogans like, "It's okay to be white," illustrate this perfectly. There are no examples you can show me where white people as a collective race have been made to feel bad or hate being white by other races. The fact that they are playing victim in such a delusional manner is indicative of them basically crying in agony over their supposed end. And when I say their end, I mean literally just not being in power or in the demographic majority anymore. Such statements function as anxiety signals, an attempt to reclaim moral ground that is slipping away. History repeatedly shows that when hierarchical systems are dying, they grow crueler and louder before they disappear. Colonial empires, apartheid regimes, and segregationist policies all exhibited this pattern. The cruelty intensified as control weakened. Now, I'm not saying this to tell you to relax and let your guard down. In fact, I'm saying the complete opposite. None of this means racism is harmless or inconsequential. Death throes can still cause damage, and we've seen how racist white people can make catastrophic decisions that don't benefit anyone anymore. But they're so driven by racism that they don't even see it that way. I mean, look at Trump. A lot of white people voted for him out of fear that Elon Musk spread. And it's going to get far worse before it gets better. So it is essential to stay vigilant until the end, and we don't know when that will be. Well, that's it for me. Thank you for watching the video. Let me know what you guys think, hit the like button and subscribe to my content. See ya!